Good evening. This is Evening Sky. I'm your host, Sky. He did it. Kendrick Lamar did it. He beat Hove. He beat the Jigga Man. Most Grammy wins ever. Jay-Z had 25. Kendrick has 26. So, huge legends, icons, super big hip hop stars, superstars, megastars. Um, Beautiful. I'm sure Jay Z celebrated. He probably, gave some Ace of Spade or some Douce towards Kendrick Lamar. Um, I just think that's beautiful. I think that's it's well deserved, well earned. He puts in the work. He's always grateful and gracious. He's real. He's like it's like he's one of those artists, kind of like Prince. He's like the Prince of our generation. He's real, humble, meek, mild, all off the track. But when he's on the track, he's a freaking monster. He's killing it. Just like Prince did, he'll scream and yell and moan and all this stuff. But in real life, he's very very quiet. He was anyway. In real life, he was very quiet. He was very reserved, very to himself. Rock. Matter of fact, rock and power to Prince. The new Prince is Kendrick Lamar. If you want to do basketball terms, Jordan is Jay-Z. Jay-Z is Jordan. Kendrick Lamar is Steph Curry. Steph Curry made history. He had the most MVP votes on the ballot in all of NBA history. So that's a feat that has to be acknowledged. But for the case of Jay-Z and Jordan, I mean, look at the consistency. That's it. All it takes is consistency. He had 8 albums every year. He had one album every year, but it took 8 years. It was actually 7 years, but it was 8 albums counting the year that it was made. So from 96 to 2003, that consistency was amazing. And he had enough in his tank to go for 2006, 2007, 2009, 2012, 2017. If I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but he had enough left in his tank for those projects as well. And the rumor has it, the Blueprint Classic couldn't even stop a Bin Laden. No, but anyway, but rumor has it that he has another set of musical stylings on the way. Hi, Orange Drish. What is it? Orange. Y'all have some names. Orange Drya. Okay. Hi. Lega to cover. What? Leg at to cover band 576. I'm not your bro, but hello. Leg at your cover band. Okay. Y'all have some interesting names, I have to tell you. Very interesting names. No, you just have to give props to Kendrick Lamar. Just gotta give him his due. Give him, they like to say, give him your flowers while you're still alive. Well, when you're dead, when you go to heaven, aren't you sniffing flowers? Don't you sniff flowers when you're in heaven? Are there gonna be flowers in heaven, or there's no heaven? There's a ban on flowers in heaven or something, or there's no florist, or it closes at 5:30 on Saturdays or something. I mean, that's why I'm an atheist. Poland? No, I don't know what you mean by Poland. What is the Poland question mark? I don't know what that means. But yeah, so Kendrick Lamar pulled out the cannon, blasted. I don't even think he performed. I doubt if he performed. I don't think he performed. He may have performed. I don't know. Can't remember. I went to sleep. Okay, it is your first question. Any other questions? Okay, you must be okay. You're from Poland. Yeah. Okay, you're from Poland. Ask them. I don't know who you're talking about. Who are you? Who is you? With the letter U, not WHO, by the way. But yeah. So very phenomenal young man. Very phenomenal. Very pivotal. He had one of the biggest songs of all time, All Right. That changed like a lot of the landscape, the political landscape. I'm trying to think if he's ever been caught up in any controversies or any. He's been caught up in battles and feuds and stuff like that, but not anything legal or anything. I don't think. Let me make 100% sure. I don't think he has. I don't think so. He's kept his nose clean for this amount of years. He's been in the game for like what, 13 years, 14 years, something like that. About his love, his transition. He won 5 awards last night. Yeah. The only the only rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize. That's something that's distinctive. He's the only one to win a Pulitzer Prize. I'm not even gonna pronounce that. I have no idea. It looks like Allah. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Said hi. Who said hi? Al Hafid. Hi, Al Hafid. Goodbye. Leg A2 cover band 576. Goodbye. Salute. 5 or S. What is the S? Hi, people. Hi. Hi, Wango Chino. Hi. Salute to you all. Thank you. Coming in. Hi. Is this? Did I prompt you and say just say hi to the speaker or something? Says hi. That's all you say is hi. You know, like how are you or what are you doing? Or I'll allow a question and then you have to pay for the rest of them. But just the hi is weird. I don't know. It's strange to me. Salute would be nice. If I saw like salute and stuff like that, I'd be like, all right, there we go. But yeah, so Kendrick, he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got a body work of 6 studio albums. It seems like he has like 12 or 20. His output is so large and prophetic and amazing. It's amazing. Started in 2011, so it's going on 15 years. Section 80. Kind of like Eminem's first album. Didn't really go anywhere. But then you hit it with the second one. See, that's what it's called about, sticking to your guns, cliche, continuing on with your own, your own weight. Who is this? Bumba, salute. Sky high. As always, let me cock the hat. He reminded me the cock the hat. But yeah, so Kendrick Lamar, man, I mean, 26 Grammys. It just hits me in back and forth. I play like ping pong or tennis in my head. I'm like, does it matter? It matters. Does it matter? It matters. What is it with Grammys? They're trophies. I mean, you don't get any money for the Grammy that I know of. I don't think you get paid for the money or for the trophy. Section 80 is better than Good Kid. Okay, I haven't listened to all of Good Kid, and I haven't listened to any of Section 80. I don't think. The only one I've listened to completely is Mr. Morale, The Big Steppers, and Damn, and I think most of GNX. I think I heard, and some of To Pimp a Butterfly. Some of To Pimp a Butterfly. Yes, Clips last night. Yes, they won. I don't care if it's just one Grammy. That's one Grammy. God damn it, they took it home. They took that back to Virginia. I don't care, because chances are they're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to forge another album. I mean, they can. It's just really unusual. It doesn't show on Wikipedia. It just says they received 5 nominations, then so that they won. That's crazy. What? That's wild. That's wild. Alicia said at the beginning is a Grammy Award winning American hip hop duo from Virginia Beach, Virginia. No, is it? Yeah. Is that right? I don't even know if that's right. Is this right? VA? Dang, they getting rid of messages. Whoa, who's getting rid of Bumble's messages? Oh, no. It says Bumble, deleted by Bumble. Okay. Alibaba selling Lady Gaga. I was Alibaba selling Lady Gaga. That's my part. Penny Alavaca. That's the cut right there, man. That's my cut. That's what got me like, oh, okay, they back in the game now. They back in the game. Danish Bati S1Q. Illuminati. Illuminati what? So what is the Illuminati? What are you referring to? I don't know what you're referring to. Penny Alavaca. Nice peachy ASAP with Riri. Push ain't worried about no Epstein files. He ain't worried about that. He got a Grammy with his brother. And they played the beginning of their set was So Far Ahead. That's my song. That's my favorite song off the album. I love that song. It has so much, meaning and such, clarity and assuredness to it. It's just so great. It's great. Pusha was jealous of that line. I bet he was. They say he was 0-2. They said that Malice beat him on Ace Trumpets and on So Be It. I don't really do the whole he beat his brother. He beat his brother. Like that's cool. I mean, you can go back and forth if you want, sibling rivalry, whatever you have it. But I just like to hear both of them rhyme. They just have two distinct rhyming styles and patterns and rhyming flows. Like you have to really pick them apart. That's a question, Danish. That's one question. What's behind me? I'm gonna say a wall. A wall is behind me. You got one more question. You got no more questions left. Any more questions? You had to put a $ next to it. But that penny and a vodka. Every time I go to the restaurant, I see Alavaca. I'm like, yeah, penny and a vodka. Like that's the beauty of hip hop. Hip hop is. It's all about the best. It's all about the highest. It's all about the greatest. I mean, for what it's worth. Only for what it's worth. I mean, it doesn't have the best, philosophers. It doesn't all the time. I mean, sometimes it does, but for the sake of argument, it doesn't usually have the best creative minds. It doesn't have the best, architects, literal architects, and pioneers and stuff like that. It'll just have certain figures that they point out into the culture and stuff like that. No, ain't no Pusha Teen. Is that a reference to Epstein? He ain't no Pusha Teen. Let's hope he's not pushing teens. Let's really focusing on the fact that he's not pushing teens at this current time. I think that's what you meant. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah. So Kendrick Lamar, my God, I mean, just amazing, amazing. One of the best. When he said white girl, he meant it. LL, just kidding. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Don't kid like that though. Don't kid. No kiki. No kiki on that. No kiki. No keying. But yeah, so I mean, Chains and I mean he had a few. We had POV, Ace Trumpet, So Be It, Chains and Whips. Chains and Whips is what Kendrick was definitely shining on, and shows his range. He can be totally like cool and calm on a record, and then just spaz and go off beat. Like he was off beat for a whole like at least like 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 bars. He was just going off beat, just completely off beat. It was crazy, but it was like tight. It wasn't like, man, this is wet. It wasn't like, like Shook the Shocker is like, but no, no diss on Shook the Shocker. That was my guy for a while. No Limit Soldier, like I told you, but he went off beat and like nobody really batted an eye. Nobody was like, okay, so go off beat, so what? And that earned him the Grammy. He won it alongside the group Clips. Without there is no the Clips. Everybody wants to say the Clips. It's just Clips. Clips. I thought Drake would be on the list. Drake be on what list? The Epstein list? I think Drake was too young to be on the Epstein list. This is going back like to the mid 2000s. He was like 15. If that's what you're talking about, Bumba, I think that's what you're talking about on the Epstein list. But Kendrick Lamar, the man is he's just on a mission. He's one of the greatest, one of the best. Epstein died in 2019. Facts. Allegedly, he killed himself. Allegedly. He hung himself in his cell. Allegedly. I'm not going to use too much else beyond that. And it's one P in Epstein. It's only one P in Epstein. He's put 2 P's. Bumble, you're wildin'. And how'd you get to number 3 on my top supporters list? Should be a number 1. You should do another Black SK series. Oh yeah, well, I was thinking about that. Once I got information, I totally forgot what happened. It was I think something with Little. He had like they were like they found other bodies. Can you say body? Can you say bodies on the algorithm? God damn. But they were unalived, of course, unalived bodies, and they found them somewhere. Oh, I know what it was. I was gonna, but they haven't confirmed it yet. The Houston, the unalived people in the what are they called? Not aqueducts. Something I can't remember what called. Those formations of cement and concrete. You know, I can't remember what they're called. Maybe you can help me out. I don't know. But yeah, the Houston area, they have not ruled it out, but they have not discovered it either. They have not shown it to be SK or anything. Do a Wayne Williams one. Yeah, well, I might do that because I have a relation to that. My stepmother's cousin's cousin is Wayne Williams. Believe that. That's facts. So he's technically in my family. Technically. Very, very faintly. Very, very, very faintly. Because my stepmother is no relation to me. And she has just a cousin. And that's the cousin of her cousin. So it's it's a little different. Damn Uncle Wayne. Yeah, no Uncle Wayne. No Uncle Wayne over here. But we're talking about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is an issue. Kendrick Lamar is the truth. Kendrick Lamar is a completely like one of the best, you know, people to flow, people to have all these different levels. It's awesome. It's really awesome. It's awesome how Kendrick Lamar, came into the game. Nobody knew he was Kendrick Lamar. Kung Fu Kenny, K Dot. What is all this? What is going on? And he just, flipped it on everybody. Turned, how's it go? How's it go? Let me see if I can get it right. I heard you were. I can't do it. I can't do it. But he says it a lot. He says it a lot to Pimp a Butterfly. I heard you was misusing your influence. Something like that. Let me see if I can look it up. I heard you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment. Resentment to turn into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me, so I went running for answers. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. That's from alright. Once again, Pharrell. I mean, it's a shame. Maybe it's not impossible that the Neptunes could get together. Ain't no Neptunes. P Saturn. Like, that's Malice, But it's possible for them to get together again. It is possible. Not impossible. Highly improbable. But it's not impossible. Because they did excellent work by themselves, like I said before. But anyway, we're talking about Kendrick. Let's talk about Kendrick. Kendrick Lamar has taken the throne. Watch the throne. Kendrick Lamar hopped over the throne. Okay, what is this? Lefty Gunplay said he was the Latino to get a rap first. He was the first Latino to get a rap Grammy. He said he was the Latino. You just said the Latino to get a rap Grammy. At least you capitalized it. Hello again, Lega. I'm just gonna say Leg. I'm back. Yes. All he does on the song is say crazy, spooky, hilarious for 30 seconds. Wow. You meant first. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was taken back by a lot of the places like Bad Bunny, speaking in Spanish, and then they had the ice, off ice. I'm cool with that, but it's weird. It's like these multimillionaires, they go to their mansions or they go into their their Aston Martins and Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Maybachs and all that, and I love all that. Everybody's like, oh, it's materialism. That's materialism. Well, it had to be spiritualism in the first place. You can't get them. Just make a Maybach SUV. Just assemble one out of God's hands. Let Him bless a SUV. No, you have to work for it. It has to be created. It has to have rubber tires. It has to have glass windows. It has to have plush luxury leather seats. It's got to have metal. It's got to have plastic. It's got to have all these different components all together to make it a vehicle. So that comes from somebody's brain. That comes from somebody's mind. He's on GNX. I didn't realize that. Wow. Well, I don't think he was the first Latino then. He's on GNX. I don't remember him like that. I don't remember him. No diss, no shade or anything like that. But I don't remember him like that. Yeah, but Kendrick, he did it. He did the damn thing. He did it without any regard, without any trouble. He just did it. What is that? What is Gesaffelstein? Is that the dude that was wearing all black, had the black face? Am I right? What is Gesaffelstein? You just put that, Bumble. What is that? Gesaffelstein. Nothing else. You didn't say is what blank 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 dot. I don't know what Gesaffelstein is. I don't think I do. Guess. Okay, what I think it is the person that was wearing all black. Lady Gaga's Grammy-winning music producer. Ain't this blackface? You can't stop talking about this French these days. 2026 Grammys. It's gotta be blackface. I'm saying it's blackface. I'm calling him out. I'm calling Gefasselstein, Gesaffelstein. I'm calling him out. I think he's using blackface. I mean, he literally has a black mask that's just all black, and he has it's a black face. I mean, that's literally what it is. If he had to, it would have been worse, I guess, if he had the white gloves. That would have probably taken over the top. Yeah, I know. I see it now. He's the guy in the black. Yeah, Lady Gaga has gotten annoying. I don't think Lady Gaga's too annoying. She's too talented to be annoying. She has a lot of acting power and writing power and performing power. She has a lot going for her. But I would love to see a Kendrick Lamar Lady Gaga collaboration. I think that would be awesome. If I could see that, that'd be awesome. I think the Beyonce song "Freedom," I think that's a strong song. It's freedom, freedom, I can't move. And Kendrick is featured on that song. She's going to go crazy like Madonna or Britney Spears. Yeah. But I don't think so. I doubt that. I don't see that happening. I don't see it happen, actually. So I think Kendrick has definitely got, the juice. He's got the juice now, man. The top perform. Yes, how I did perform. I didn't see it. Hopefully there's footage of Tyler's Grammy performance. He was Chromacopia. He didn't do Don't Tap the Glass that I know of. He did Chromacopia. But he did a song from called Sugar on My Tongue from Don't Tap the Glass, but he was in his a Chromacopia outfit. That's awesome though. Tyler Creator was happy for Kendrick Lamar winning. That's awesome. That's a good sign. It's always a good sign. So salute to Kendrick Lamar. Hope you continue going on as a warrior, sir. Do your goddamn thing. Get that money. You got a beautiful wife. I think you got some children. So continue on making great music, and I'll continue to listen. Okay, halfway through the show. Catherine O'Hara died 71 years of age. One of my favorite women in film, TV, all kinds of different things. She started with SCTV. I think SC meant Second City, but I'm not sure. But it was SCTV is TV, came out in the late 70s, early 80s, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I should do more research, I guess. But I'm I'm shooting from the hip right now. But no, she started off early. Um, Super Irish, Catherine O'Hara. She didn't even change her name when she got married, I don't think. But she yeah, Second City TV. Yeah, that's right. Along the lines of Eugene Levy, Dave Thomas, Andrea Martin, John Candy. John Candy. I mean, he was in the same. They were in the same like stand up routines together on and I think that when she came from Canada, um she just had that whole idea behind her. She was originally a redhead, as I understand it. She might have been a bottle. She might have been a bottle redhead, but because she later had blonde hair, she was a bottle blonde hair, one or the other. I think she was a redhead when she first started. Um, Damn, she would have been 72 next month. God damn. Um, she was appointed an officer of the Order of Canada in 2017. That's pretty extraordinary. That's pretty amazing. She did voiceover work, um, different films. I was gonna say the one woman that I will always remember forever is Kate McAllister from Home Alone. She she messed. It was like messing up but doing the right thing. Yes, Tyler did perform. What's going on? Now nobody's here. Okay, great. But so she was just like a great horrible mom. I don't know how else to say it. Like, how you forget your child and go off to going to France, going to Paris, and your son is back home in Chicago. What's going on with that? That was kind of crazy. But the way she flipped it on him and turned it around and was like, I got to get my son. Like the husband was really like, if Kevin's home, he's not. He was like, either way. But she was adamant. She was like, I have not bathed. I have not eaten. I'm looking for my son, Kevin, and I will go through all lengths just to get with him. Where am I? I'm in Scranton right now. I've been in Buffalo. I've been in. I'm just gonna make up word, places. Memphis. I've been in Seattle or wherever the hell she said in the movie, but that's the level of care she had for and love for she had for her son. And she did it twice. She left the home, Kevin home alone twice. So that kind of just the movie it's that's what happens with movies and TV series. You got to have a grain of salt. You got to have a bolder of salt sometimes, or is it the smaller the salt or the bigger the salt? I don't know. Maybe a tiny grain of salt or a boulder of salt. I don't know which one is proper to use in this metaphor. But yeah, she was great. She was excellent. I loved her in Beetlejuice. That was when I saw Home Alone before I saw Beetlejuice. I saw Home Alone before I saw Beetlejuice, and when I saw Beetlejuice, it was came out in the year I was born, but I was like it was kind of like too scary. I guess they thought it was for me to watch because it had like heavy dark themes and stuff like that. So I couldn't watch it till I was like 8 or 9 or maybe 10, or maybe I was like even older. I don't know. But I saw Beetlejuice, but that's that they show that scene every time they talk about Beetlejuice. It's the seance, the one where they were Dale like that, and they go dancing around the table like that. Like that gets me every time because it's just so creative and thoughtful, just to put you into who would even come up with that? That's Tim Burton. Weird. But Catherine O'Hara definitely had. She had the voice of Nightmare Before Christmas, Sally, Shock. She had voice of Miss Priscillius, Pippi Longstocking. She had the voice of Bartok, the Magnificent Ludmilla, Lorna May Loon, and Edward Fuddwhopper Fib Big. She had the voice of Tina and Chicken Little, the voice of Penny in Over the Hedge, the voice of Mrs. Walters in Monster House, the voice of Katha in Brother Bear 2. What was Brother Bear 1? The first Brother Bear. Was she in there in the first Brother Bear? I don't think so. No. She was the voice of Mrs. Walters in Monster House. Did I say that already? I said it already. She was the voice of Rowena and Barbie and 12 Dancing Princesses. She was the voices of Susan Frankenstein or Frankenstein, Gym Teacher, Weird Girl, all voices. Grandma Frump, voice, The Addams Family. Narrator, Canada Farm Wide. Mayor Owl, voice, Back Home Again. Brooke Ripple, voice, Elemental. Pinktail, The Wild Robot. Good God Almighty, she put in work. Just as a voice actress. That's just her voice work. She imagine what she would be, if she had the voice work, only. If she just had the voice work only, she would be good. But she took on other roles as well. Live action roles. I liked her role in the studio. They're probably gonna do a specific tribute to her, because it's really weird because they had the episode of the studio, and they're going at the salute to who was that? Black Cuddy, salute. Make sure you hit that donate button, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Black Cuddy. I see you, sir. And congratulations on your retirement. Salute to you, sir. I know you were tired of, getting those boxes and stuff like that. I hope you got your 20. What would you get? Was that 15 years in? 20 years in? How long were you in your position? Did you get a good pension? Yes, you're very welcome, sir. Thank you. Did you get a good pension or something? You've earned it. 35. Good Lord, I was shortchanging them. 35 years. They better gave you at least 20 racks a month, something like that. Better at least 20 racks a month. For 35 years of dedication and service. I'm just talking about a white woman. I'm talking about a beautiful white woman that passed away. I'm good. All right, you're good. You're good. That's real. That's real. I feel you. That's all right. He said, I'm good. That's good, though. But, man, that's wonderful. 35 years. Whew. I'm not that kind of guy. I salute anybody that says, yeah, put in my 20, I put in my 30, I put in 35, I put in 40. What? I can't. I just can't do it. I can't stick around that long. But I salute anybody that does have that stamina, that has that ability to, like my auntie. My auntie supposed to she's supposed to not graduate. What is it called? Retire. She's supposed to retire, but she's still working. It's like my stepmom. She's supposed to retire, but she's still working. They gotta get a bag, but it's weird. It's weird. It's a weird situation. It's weird. That's just the reality. That's just the truth. But yeah, Catherine O'Hara. People die. You know, it's sad. You know, we all gotta go. We all gotta go. But you know, that's the thing with individuals. Like, it's a weird thing because they're individuals. They're a different person. Everybody is different in their own way. That's the beauty of individualism. That you're your own self. What you say, what you do, who you are. That makes you you. She made her own self herself. That's what's so beautiful. She made herself herself. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. You make yourself yourself. She married Bo Welch in 1992, and it was still with him to her death in 2026. She was in all these Christopher Guest films. Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, For Your Consideration. Those some of my favorite movies. They're like excellent. The mockumentaries are freaking hilarious. Like, they go in. If some mighty winds are blowing, across the grand and lost the sea. It's blowing peace and freedom. It's blowing you and me. Yo, I said what? But she was just great. She just took it so seriously. I mean, she was self-aware at the same time. Like, you have to give it to her. You have to give it to her. She was in so many different movies and TV shows. But I can't cry for her. I can't shed a tear. She's a white woman from Canada who went to America and made a huge, dent in the universe. She made a huge dent in the universe. Her her sister's name is Mary Margaret O'Hara. Can you get any more Irish, please? Good Lord. But yeah, the studio was an interesting thing because it explored the idea of the award show, and then specifically the Golden Globes, and it just featured how the producer was like, "Am I going to get a thank you?" He was like thinking in his mind, "Am I going to get a thank you?" And Zoe Saldana, not Zoe Saldana, excuse me, um, Zoe Kravitz character, she gets to it. I'm not going to spoil it, but she gets to a point, but he's just sitting in his limousine. But the part about it that was so amazing was Catherine O'Hara, how she's just so perceptive and kind of like, she's perceptive and she's very cynical at the same time. Her character is cynical and perceptive at the same time, so it's a very unique combination that she has. So you have to really delve into what her character is like. But this is the weird thing about marriages. I mean, she's talking about she got married on the Johnny Carson show, and to Bo Welch, and she was just like, maybe we shouldn't talk about it. And he was just like, it's the thing. Like, some people can have, lasting relationships, and other. He got what was Carson? He got married like 5 times or something crazy. I mean, that's not too crazy. Elizabeth Taylor, I think, was like 8 or 9 times, and Zsa Zsa Gabor was like 8 or 9 times, something unusual. But and then some can last for 20 to 50 years, and you only get one go at this. You only get one try. You only get one say. If you're gonna be that. But sometimes people don't stay with each other that long. It's wild. But Catherine O'Hara, she just had a sensibility about her. She just had like a really glowing, very upbeat kind of uh benevolent kind of personality, and she didn't play like the ditzy. I mean, you can technically say she was ditzy because she forgot her child twice in a row. That's kind of ditzy. But she wasn't the only one. Everybody else forgot about him too. But she was the mother. That's the point of the show. They were trying to show that there was a mother that loved her son so much that she went through all these lengths to make sure she could reunite with him. So my hat, a tip to Catherine O'Hara. She put in the work. She put in the hours, the time, made it work for herself, made a name out of herself. That's extraordinary. So this is a very it's a moving kind of thing. Really get you going because you say like, God, how do you make a life and then bring it into the world? That's what. If you want to talk about immigrants, talk about Canadians, entertainers, and people behind entertainment. Starting with Miss Catherine O'Hara, starting with John Candy, starting with Martin Short, starting with goddamn, what's his name? Oh my God, what is his goddamn name? Lorne Michaels. Lorne Michaels. All these people and more. This is very, very, layered amount of people. They came from Canada. They came from up north. Coming to America. He's 81 years old. Good Lord. But that's just the beauty of it. That's the beauty of this this reality. That's the beauty of it. They came to America to make their lives better, and they made their lives a lot better. So that's what's really cool. So Catherine O'Hara, she was a voice actress, a legend, a star of screens small and large. You have to give credit to her. She really made her mark because just to get out all the people that she made laugh. All the people that smiled from her, I remember her in the credit card commercial. I think it was Chase with Kevin Hart. She's like, Kevin. She's talking about him this time instead of Macaulay Culkin. She's like, Kevin. That's classic right there. That's like her signature. I think she'll be remembered most for that role. So that is what's so amazing. That's what's really is amazing. When you look at it like that, when you take that into account. So what is this? Squabble up. Yeah, squabble up. Squabble up. That was in the previous one, though, sir. What's the topic? Premium Black News. You're out. You got it. I was the chef. I can tell you the topic. I'm talking about a white woman that died, Catherine O'Hara. You might have remembered her from Home Alone and different projects like that. The Christopher Guest movies, Waiting for Guffman, Mighty Wind, Best in Show, different things like that for your consideration. She was excellent in all those different projects. So that's the topic right now. If you feel so inclined, hit me up with a Cash App if you can. I'd appreciate it, sir. Just for my troubles. Appreciate it. Salute. But yeah, Catherine O'Hara, she really had a lock on making like great art. It was great art. That's what it was. She had like a earnestness. It was like she could be cynical and earnest at the same time. That was part of her gift. She can be cynical and earnest at the very same time. She can be aloof and nothing, and then she can be frantic and harried and everything like that. She can be all that at once in a single notion. The other actress I think can do that is Sally Fields. She has a very gifted way of doing that. She can switch on a dime like crazy. She can be very into the scene and then I'm jumping out of the scene like whoa, what the hell? Yes, Kevin. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. She was Kevin. Yeah, so you gotta remember her. I'm just going through her picture. Oh, they don't have her as passed away yet. A site doesn't have her passed away yet. Damn. Sad. They still think she's in the land of the living, as they say. All right, they have her, passed away in the Canadian Encyclopedia. I don't even know there was such a thing. I don't have to go here now. I wonder if Drake's in here. She actually had a singing career and a songwriter. Yeah, she definitely had a great way of doing things. She had earned Emmy for outstanding writing for SCTV. She had best performance by an actress in a television series, musical, or comedy. Schitt's Creek, Golden Globes 2021. And this is the thing that always gets me though. I'm like, so what do you get all these awards and then you die? It's like, I mean, that's why I read Ayn Rand, because like I'll get depressed and like say like, damn, none of this means anything. It doesn't mean anything. Who cares if you have an Oscar or a Grammy? If you have an EGOT, an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, what does that say? Who gives it? Nobody cares. You're dead. You won't be taking those things in. You put them all in your casket. Put all your Grammys and your Oscars and your Pulitzers and everything and your Nobel Prize all in your casket. You don't just fill your casket up with that. Like it doesn't matter. But then I'm like, you know what? And life matters a lot. It opens doors. You literally you could be escorted to a table in a restaurant. It's a good experience. It's a better way of life, depending on how you look at it. Well, celebrities die all the time. We just have to pay attention to it. You just have to pay attention to it. It's a bitch and then you die. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's a bitch and then you die. AZ and Nas. You know? But you have to look at it as what Wayne says. You make sure that bitch is beautiful, you know? Because life isn't like like Dr. Leonard Peikoff once said, philosopher for in the Ayn Rand Institute. He founded the Ayn Rand Institute. He said life isn't a full on everyday 24-hour orgasm. There's parts that are terrible and horrible and just horrific, or just boring, or just nothing. But what you have to do is just find your way to maximize on opportunities, and make sure you have the best life possible. Can you never? Yeah, because you never know when you're gonna go. Yeah. AZ and Nas, that's a classic. It's a classic. It's true though. You gotta live your life completely and fully. Get as many Pulitzers as you want. Get as many Grammys. Get as many, all of that for life. For life. That's what those awards mean. They're for life. You don't get to. Okay, there's a few posthumous awards, but that is like still for life. Really. I mean, you may not be here, but people that you love and know will be here, and they'll recognize you and celebrate you for your efforts. Was Nikki there? Nikki was not there, and Trevor Noah said that too. He was like, I can't remember what the joke was, but he said something about her being being with Trump or something like that. I can't remember what the joke was, but he said something like that. And then he was like, Nicki Minaj isn't here, and then everybody erupted in applause. I think she flipped. She knows something that we don't know. She probably got like $100 million stashed away, just in case her album sales dropped. Everybody, even the Barbs, got off of her. So to put it short, no, Nicki was not there. Neither was Drake. Neither was Wayne that I know of. I don't think nobody in that camp came. The Pharrell Williams and Clips were dressed like 70s singers in like mauve colored suits that probably cost $12,000 a piece. I think they're all Louis Vuitton, which is weird too, because the people on the carpet were really off. She was like, "Okay, you got 4 nominations." He was like, 5. He's like, "Oh yeah, did y'all win one?" Yeah, we won one already. So, and then she was like, "So who you wearing?" And he was like, "Louis Vuitton." Like, duh, like they're definitely gonna be wearing Louis Vuitton. That's Pharrell's line. He's like one of the directors, if not the director, at Louis Vuitton. So salute to Catherine O'Hara though, because she would have been, who knows what she could have been. She could have been featured on the next Clips out. Who knows? That's the thing though in life. You have to take that for, you can't take it for granted. You can't take it for granted. Can't take it for granted at all. So Catherine O'Hara, salute and farewell to a beautiful white woman who graced the stages, the screens large and small. Should have had Nardwuar on the record. Yeah, Nardwuar. He sometimes he misses the mark, but he usually hits on the bullseye a lot. He misses the mark sometimes, but it's very rare. But anyway, Catherine O'Hara, salute to you. Make sure that let's just make sure our family is in good stead. I'm not going to say that, blessings or, the Father, take care of them and say a prayer and all that, make sure that doesn't happen. So thank you for watching. Thank you for saying, and I appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you share. Go to my vocal page, vocal.media. Put in Skyler Saunders, SKYLER SAUNDERS, and I will see you sometime tomorrow.